Hi, this is the Outdoor Witch. Today I have a very important message for all the light workers out there, the energy healers or the empaths. Something that you have to do with your animals. And I'm going to show you and tell you what, how, and things to be aware of. So stay with me and let's dive into it. So I've noticed that too often we don't dare to use some tools we have as energy healers, empaths or light workers and that we know work for healing ourselves and others on our animals. It is as if we tend not to believe or trust that these energy healing techniques work on them or will work on big things. And by big I mean serious ones, injuries or health issues, even behavior issues. So my advice here today is try and use what you know work, what you've learned, and practice on people, on yourself, and trust the energy process more. But let's go in details in this. Animals actually react very well to energy healing practices. They don't question or overthink as we humans do. And so they are not on their own way to healing. So it helps them heal faster from wounds and it prevents over-medication and also helps them recover better from trauma, surgery or accidents. But please, before I go further ahead, and this is valid for the whole speech I'm going to do today, always seek advice from a professional vet if you have any doubt about your animal's physical health or condition. And often a vet diagnosis can help you do the energy work in a more accurate way. So I believe we should work hand in hand for a better quality of life for both animals and humans. There's no point in jeopardizing our beloved animal friends to try things out, okay? So I also believe that over-medication, antibiotics like crazy for any little crutch are not helping their health either. I am for a wise use and combinations of classic medicine and energy healing. And I think it could make a huge difference in our animals' well-being. And again, this is my personal opinion, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I personally use mainly on energy healing and natural treatments for myself and my animals, and will go to the vet for injuries that need surgery or when my own fears go in the way. And I'll come back on this right after. I've been practicing for years now, and that's why I do not recommend you do this until you get some practice and expertise. But I definitely encourage you to do more energy healing from the tiny scratch to the bigger ones and see for yourself how it supports healing and faster recovery. So the main advice here is know your limits, use your discernment, and also challenge what you think it's possible to do. And always do this in a safe environment for your animal well-being. So if by using techniques like Reiki, programming, emotional release techniques or EFT tapping, to name only a few, you can accelerate the recovery time of your animal, this is definitely worth putting the effort, isn't it? My personal opinion on the topic goes well beyond this and might be controversial. So I will probably talk about it in a specific video or post as it deserves proper coverage. But to stick to today's topic, I want to stress 5 important aspects of energy healing that are often misunderstood or overlooked. So number 1, when doing energy healing, you must address not only the physical manifestation, that is the wound, the injury, the stomach issue, you get what I mean, but also the emotions related to it, and that is the cause, the root of the issue. Because if you don't, the healing process cannot take place, or at least not with the same success. Any injury or wound happens for a reason. They have a purpose. They are necessary to assess a situation and clean, reset, or come back into alignment with a situation that is not in alignment or clear. So this is valid for humans as well. And it is exactly the same for animals. So address the cause, clean the emotions, help your animal release the blocks, and then the healing will take place much faster. Healing is actually removing what keeps a healthy being from its natural state of well-being. So keep this in mind, and you will do wonders for you and for your pet. Now remember this, and here I come back on a topic that I did some time ago. We, are their owners or persons, can be on the way of their healing by holding fears, over worrying, or projecting our own doubts onto them. So now we get to number 2. Do the work on yourself and about yourself too. That is, you have to be honest with yourself, and what do you believe is possible or not? What fears or doubt do you have? Can you clean them? Sometimes we are so involved with our own animals that we cannot clean some blocks of fears or doubts. Then it's okay. You have to be okay with it and seek outside help. I do this when I get too emotional as an animal mom and cannot see the clear picture anymore. So I think it's totally okay to seek help. And then as soon as you are back on track or calmer or feeling reassured for them about their situation, use your healing abilities to help them heal faster. This will be beneficial for both of you. Now, number 3, don't overdo it. Trust the process. Give time to the energy healing that you have provided to work. I think sometimes we just expect it to work like magic. And sometimes it does. It works like very, you can have some amazing recovery. It can be very fast. But more often there's a delay. And I found it interesting that most of the time people are quite skeptical about energy healing. But then when they decide to try, they expect it to work right away, with far more efficiency and in less time than any other classical treatment. So just remember this. You need to trust the process and let the energy healing work do its work. Now we jump into number 4. Less is more. And it comes back to the previous topic about not overdoing it, because they are closely related. Do one treatment and then wait. Let it happen. If you take your animal to too many practitioners, or you try too many techniques within a short period of time, or give them several different drugs, however natural and holistic they might be, it might create counter effects. And I think that's something we just often overlook or completely forget. Energy work is something. I mean, it really works, but at a far deeper level, at the cells level, even at the quantum physics level. So you just have to let things happen on their own for a while. If you do too many things at the same time, there's no way you can determine what worked or what didn't. And above all, it can be detrimental to your animal health. Their organisms react very well and need to adjust to any healing you've provided. The organism has to to adjust to this shift in energy, to the fact that you have rebalanced something that wasn't balanced, and this need a bit of time. So keep your impatience and fears at bay. Now there's what we call, and this is number 5, the healing crisis. So it's a phenomenon that is observed more often than not, and that is that before improving, a situation can show a peak of aggravation in the days following a treatment. So let's say you've treated your dog for a back pain. You've done everything you know in Reiki or any other treatment. And right after the treatment, your animal look much better. But then the next day, it can barely walk. And that's absolutely normal. It's a reaction. I've noticed it especially the case with fears and behavior issues, where the behavior can really get worse in the coming days, but it's the same with health problems. So it really seems as if the situation is suddenly getting much worse, like getting out of control. But then it will start improving. So I always recommend to be aware of this, to carefully assess your animal without panicking for a day or two. And with animals, it never lasts long. It can be much longer with humans, but with animals, it doesn't, because their body there's not so much getting in the way of healing. So their body and mind need to adjust to the new energy, but usually it goes quite fast. So it won't last long. It's a normal reaction. It shouldn't last more than a couple days, a few days, and then you will see an improvement. So just really be aware, be connected to your intuition. If you have any doubt or anything, as I said before, use your discernment. And if there's any emergency or very serious situation, please take your animal to a vet. By the way, many of the points I've just mentioned above do apply as well to humans. So that was my message for you today, light workers, empaths, energy healers. Use all the tools you have in your hands to help your animal in the best way you can. Have always a good intention, and you're going to do wonders with them. It's all going to deepen your connection with your favorite animal friend. So I'll send you lots of love to both you and your animals, and I'll catch you later. Bye.